out of Discord. Or go to, there we go. There's what I needed to do. That's what I needed to do. Okay. Hello, weirdos and malafolks. Oh my goodness, my camera is all wonky today. There we go. Can we see me there? Hey, okay. I don't know. Sorry. I got a standing desk now, so that adjusts this camera from time to time. Alrighty. Hello, weirdos and malafolks. I'm Doug. I'm a little bit scattered today. Whee! It is good times. Nice to see you all. How's everybody doing? But yeah, I gotta grab my paints, figure out what paint did I use last time. I don't even remember. So yeah, I'm working on the Fisherfolk here. And I got to figure out what paint I was using previously. So I was using this stuff. There we go. And then, come on over here, little paint. What did I use? When did I paint this? I should figure these things out. Okay, no, that's a ballyhoo bucket. That was way back here. When was that? When did I paint this? I don't even remember. It was after that. It was before that. There it is. There's my paints. Okay. I take a picture of what paints I use when I do this so I can remember what paint I was using before. All right. So I had used 14. And then I used pale green. What was next? So I used grass green. Grass green, forest green, and pale green. All right. Cool. There we go. That's what I need for these guys. All right. Let's get that off the way. And I had some midnight blue and some twilight blue. All right. There we go. Let's get these out of there. Getting my paints ready to go. How's everybody doing today? I'm a little bit all over the place. That is what those are different colors. Let's see. What else did I have? I needed my reds. I got my reds right there. Awesome. Got my purples. Which blues were those? Those are my teals. Where did I put my teal paint? I am going slowly round the bend. All right, there we go. There's my teal paints. Cool. Got my pink paints. There we go. All right. But yeah, hello. How are we all doing today? All right, and I might need these. I might need that. Might need that. Don't need that. Let's put these up here. Yep, let's put that right there. Gather my paints. Gather the paints. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? What y'all been up to lately? I've been all over the place. I started teaching a college class yesterday, so that's fun and kind of, a little bit making me a little bit more scattered than normal. Not that I'm not scattered, to be usually, but, normally I'm more scattered than average for me. Deciding on what to paint next. Well, what are your options? Because I always enjoy advising on that. Because you get some cool options, and I love seeing what you work on. It's always fun. So these are options here. Cool. These I've already got. That there. Beautiful. Where's the other reds? Okay, there's the other reds. Cool. What blues was I using? Deep Ocean. Okay. Cool. And what was that? That was chestnut. Chestnut gold. I think I had you out of there. No, that's the other spectrum. That's these ones. Here we go. All right. I'm back at it. I'm ready to rock. Let's get some paper towels and do this. All righty. I think I got everything. Yep. There's my medium. There's my medium. All right. Woo! Here we go. I'm going to pull up Twitch on that so I can read the... let's mute that. All right. So then I can watch chats in front of me because that's a whole lot easier than watch it over on that screen over there. So, here we go. Oakley dokily then. So let's figure out where we want to go in this guy next. So I think some of that leather stuff there and the hair and bringing up the purples a little bit more. Oh, and he's got claws. Let's take a look at what his claws look like on this thing there. So they got black. He's going with black claws. I think I shall do that as well. Or maybe a very deep kind of, maybe not quite black, but a very deep kind of bone. Yeah, that'll be nice. So black to that. Here we go. Let's grab some brushes. There is my, come on, rotate, that's number 1. Let's grab my number 2. It's a 0. All right. And let's close that. There we go. That's number 2. There we go. Nice big old 2. All righty. Whee! Put that underneath there. And am I framed up nicely? Okay. Cool. I'll just kind of scoot all of this. But yeah, hopefully we're going to finish off Fisherfolk today. And then if we do, we'll move on to Bruce. Because, you know, he is like the goodest aqua boy there ever was. So that'll be fun to paint as well. But yeah, let's do this. Here we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to mix a little bit of, let's grab a stabby thing. And grab another paper towel for cleaning the tips. Because that one is... Man, I am clumsy today. I'm just bumping into everything. Hey, what is up? How you doing, other Doug? To what? To be or not to be? Is that a question? Oh, man, I am scattered today, but also a little bit crazy. So we are used to that. I'll give it a shake. Trying out this paint, new one that I have not used before. I think I'll give some nice kind of... Oh, on the phone, easy to mistype. Fair enough. And then you get the weird autocorrects and stuff. Because... let's be honest, you know, autocorrect is kind of amazing. I like to think of autocorrect like it is a little magical elf inside your phone. But the elf is a little bit drunk, which is why, you know, gets things wrong so much. And so if you think of it as a magical elf, you know, we won't be so sad and upset about autocorrect as often as we are. There we go. I like that. That'll be nice for his claws. How are you doing today, Doug? From the lovely Steam-Powered Scoundrels. Always glad when you all tune in. Makes me quite happy. Tired? Well, you would. I mean, the your event up in Des Moines, right? If I remember correctly, you're all up in Des Moines. Your event up in Des Moines, that's well, taking place this coming weekend, right? Is this okay? This is off screen there. So I'm just going to scoot this a little bit so that where I paint is going to work. Okay. And scoot that. So newer camera setup. Very cool. I would love to make it. Unfortunately, I am, as I said, I'm teaching a class at my local college this next few weeks. And I just do not have, I cannot get up there, unfortunately. Would love to. If anyone is in the Midwest, you should go to the what the event you call it's Good Things Happen is what you're calling the event. And so you should all go to Good Things Happen. They're doing a great event. Yeah, Good Things Happen, doing a cool event up in Des Moines. Fix this. I keep. That's better. So Good Things Happen up in Des Moines. It is a they're doing a charity tournament, an event. I don't know all of the details because unfortunately, it just felt an awkward time from this year. Oh, good. Yes, go to the link that Play Weird said. I figured Play Weird would have a link to that. It's what I was fishing for. Haha. I would love to get out of town this weekend because it's over 100 degrees here right now, which is wildly unpleasant. I may live in Texas, but I am not from here. Another one next year. Oh, that'll be awesome. I will definitely, about the same time. I'm assuming around about the same time. Oh, St. Jude Cancer. Nice. You do good work. There we go. That's better. I had to adjust my light a little bit. Paint my camera setup's a little bit different than what it used to be because I got a nice new camera, so you don't see this. You know, there's not a big thing over here anymore, which is nice. Yeah, I think that we both other Doug here, Steam Powered Scoundrels Doug, and I were chatting with the rest of the TOs from the North America North America Faux Tour, which that season is wrapping up at the end of June. And we were talking about how just everyone coordinating their events and stuff. So I think we should be able to make sure that unless something's scheduled around like a convention, which is beyond our control, I think that'll help us to really get everyone on the same page and get as many people out to as many events as possible. That's why I ended up going with the October for the Lone Star Throwdown, because there wasn't really any other major event going on in October. So that's fun. So I went with that. I decided to change these little nubbins on the back from kind of the bone color to the black to more match his claws. I mean, it's going to be still kind of a bone shaded black. But I figure it is, then I'll have some contrast between that and the teeth there. And the brown of the fishing pole. That's the word I'm looking for. The fishing pole. But I'm excited for Lone Star Throwdown, because that is, I'm kind of full swing on prep for that. We've got getting a decent number of players signed up for that. I think we've got players coming from 6 signed up so far, 6 different states, and 1 Canadian province. So that's cool. I'm excited for that. Alrighty. So I think I want to do a little bit with these. So those are definitely baby bottles. What is that back there? Is that another teddy bear or something? It looks like another teddy bear already. Yeah, I'll pin that up as another teddy bear. Make that. What color should I make that? I don't know. We'll get back to that one later. But we got some baby bottles. Let's make those whitish. All right, where is that color? There we go. Yeah, kind of a cream color there. I'm going really bright white with that one. All righty. Grab the other brush. I just realized I'm at a wonky angle here on the screen. Oh, there we go. That's a better angle. Sorry to be messing around with the camera so much. It's a newer setup. Fry's a lot better quality. I'm just, not familiar with where exactly I need to set it up yet. So yeah, Doug, I have no idea if any of the other Texas guys are going up there or not. I was chatting with them the other day, and they were still unsure. So I hope some of the guys are able to make it up that way. I mean, it's not bad from Dallas. So hopefully I'll be able to get some up there. I would be up there in a heartbeat if it weren't for teaching class. It's weird. I'm Professor Bowman now. It just sounds weird. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about the details on that or not. They are, they don't confer with me. Unfortunately, I had to figure out pretty early on that I just couldn't make it up. Makes me sad. But I am recording the podcast with the Students of Conflict podcast tonight. So I'll chat with Nick tonight, figure out some details. Had our June monthly tournament over the weekend here in Houston. Went well. Had 14 players for that, so that was nice. And the actually had pretty awesome. Maeve came in from out of town, which that was lots of fun because I haven't seen her since Nova. Yeah, so Maeve was able to come in. John Goulburn was also supposed to come in, but work stuff came up, so he was not able to make it. He is coming. Told me he's planning on coming out for the July tournament, so that'll be fun. And he'll be here for the Fodown. He's already bought his ticket for the Fodown. But yeah, and we will be having Maeve on the podcast. We're recording with Maeve tonight because Maeve came in second place in the tournament. So that'll be good fun. I was doing a little bit of prep work for my interview with her later on tonight because for her segment, I will be the one doing the interviewing since she was playing the Neverborn. She actually borrowed my Dreamer so she didn't have to fly with her models because we all know, flying with models, it can be a terrifying experience because, well, they're tough to pack and whatever. So she borrowed my Dreamer and Friends. So in a way, her victory is like, at least 1/4 mine. And she even did it with my Cursed Fate deck. Which I gave her the option of like, hey, did she want to use my Neverborn Fate deck or my Cursed Fate deck? And she said that she wanted to use the Cursed Fate deck, that maybe she could break the curse on it. So either she broke the curse on it, or it's only cursed when I use it. Dreamer 1. She's of the opinion, like I am, that Dreamer 2 makes no sense. And that is not a statement as to the quality of Dreamer 2. It's a statement as to, I can't get my head wrapped around how Dreamer 2 is supposed to function. It seems just really odd to me. And is not how I feel like playing the Dreamer. So I will keep going with Dreamer 1. I know it's all about some, setting up doing some handcrafting and using that stuff you put out of play to make yourself a big hand. But going for one, a turn with a big hand, I mean, if you set yourself up with, the God hand, you get like one good activation out of it, guaranteed. And so I would rather have, card management and card control, or, quite frankly, with Dreamer, a whole ton of friends. So I just don't get Dreamer 2. And she said the same thing. All right, let's see. Does anyone know what color the nipples on a baby bottle are? Because I don't have babies, so I don't know what color baby bottle nipples are. Should I paint those pink? Tannish pink. Oh, you know what? I think going with rosy flesh will work nice then. Okay, yeah, I can do some pink to, yeah, where'd my pinks go? I literally said that. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with, a little bit of that. I think that one will work. There we go. Just wanted to make sure that, that it's not like a known color and I'm painting it completely wrong. Because I do not have children. Nice. So on this, I made the slight modification. Is that this one on the tail kid, I will call him Tail Kid, is supposed to be kind of flopping around up in the air. I could just see that snapping off really easily for me. So I, attached him down. So it still kind of looks like he's flying there, but just he's glued down. Because otherwise I am gonna break him off. And then I will lose a little baby. And I don't think that is good times. Should not go and lose gremlin babies. Or I suppose that maybe that's more of a gremlin toddler, I suppose. I mean, to be fair, I have no clue how many gremlins are born at once. I assume they were like humans, where multiple births were abnormal as opposed to the norm, such as with, dogs and cats. Does it so like the gremlins tend to have large amounts of children all at once? Is there any lore documentation on this somewhere? Because they're without getting too not family friendly here. Oh, it does. Well, but the physiology of the female gremlin seems to speak otherwise, though. Is there not equipped the way, say, dogs and cats are? Trying to keep it family friendly. Right, poor survival rate. That makes sense. but they should have more than two. Then, because take a look at, say, dogs and cats and the number that they have. Strikes me as, weird little things for a design thought there. Completely random. To be fair, I've never thought about that with Gremlins before, because it's a little bit weird to contemplate. Going down some weird rabbit holes here. Oh, okay, cool. That works. I suppose they could go, hang out with the pigs and then, suckle with the pig babies. Because gremlins sounds very gremlinish to me. Alrighty, what was I doing next? Alright, so I used chestnut gold. Okay. What color was I doing her? What even color was I doing her dress? I don't even. Why did I paint her dress that brownish color? I don't even know. Does anyone remember what color I said I was going to do her dress? Because I feel like I'm going slowly insane. Because I'm looking at that going, who made this design choice? That's not the color I want to do a dress. What colors? Okay, I kind of do that one. Cool. See, I got to put my mind back in the mind of, 2 weeks ago, Doug. Because 2 weeks ago, Doug, obviously I had a thought in mind here with what color we were doing her dress. And today, Doug does not know what that color is. Oh, past Doug. Why are you such a jerk to current Doug? The ballyhoo bucket? I would if I had the model. I do not have the model yet. I don't think, did I buy that model? I don't remember. I don't think I have it. And honestly, I've seen so much going around about how good the Ballyhoo bucket is. It kind of makes me want to not just play normal Clampetts 1. Because I'm a contrarian. I'm a contrary person like that. And aesthetically, I think this guy's cooler than the bucket. But that's my opinion. The Waldo's Weekly this week looked really cool. John Deere Green. Oh, that'd be fun. Got one for Assembly Bin. And TikTok ate the video. Oh, nice. Yeah, your TikTok, your assembly video for these guys was very useful. So thank you for that. Being able to see a model from multiple angles very much helps with because I mean there's just lots of little pieces, not on both sides, and so being able to kind of see and say, hey, and this is where this goes on this side, very, very helpful. So much appreciated. I'm very much looking forward to Castor and Friends coming out this month. Got those guys on pre-order. I've been played a fair amount of Castor 2. Like I've been proxying them on the table. So and so I've gotten quite a few games in with Castor 2. Because when I was looking at their rules, he seemed more straightforward than Castor 1. That being said, yeah, big boy. Mr. Too Many Lines, as we in Texas call him. He's more straightforward than Castor 1. With my way I can get my head wrapped around him. But I've started putting Castor 1 on the table. Last couple of times that I've played, just to kind of figure him out, and he's that's a really fun way to play. I really enjoy it. So that's one model where I do really like both of the titles for him. So both Fervent and Awakened, two very different play styles, honestly. At least for what Castor himself does. So definitely enjoyable. Working on figuring out what the rest of his keyword is doing. And kind of what to bring in which situations. So I definitely don't have that totally sorted yet. but I do like him a lot. And the guys I play against have learned to just hate Marathon. Because Marathon is just that, you know? Fun little unkillable sword. And I definitely enjoy that, run Marathon. I'm not going to do anything to Unseelie. I think, and I've got to figure out how I'm going to base Castor's crew. Because, as anyone knows, I do very much I love basing models. I think it helps to tell a story. And what's the name of the area that Castor? The something Grove? The Forgotten Grove, or it's a grove of some varietal. But anyway, so I kind of picture it as being very overgrown. And so I think the Unseelie engine will be really cool if it looks like it's got lots of plants growing all over it. Like it's, because I love the whole Atlas globe thing. I love the look of it. And I think, on that big globe thing, having like some plants and vines and stuff and look like it's got moss overgrown on it would be really a really cool aesthetic for it. Because Castor really feels like, he's the Nephilim that time forgot. Oh, right. I was going to paint her dress yellow. I remember now. Ha ha! I am brilliant. Why am I doing her dress yellow? That seems like a bad idea. That's going to take forever. But I'm going to do it. I said that. I'm painting her dress yellow. I remember now, because that color is what that kind of ochre color is what I like to use as a base for yellow. I remember now. So I'm actually going to put the first little coat of that on her dress there. That is chestnut gold. Yeah, so actually the why are you going back in there? That just does not want to screw. What is? Oh man, that's all chunky in there. Eek. Eek. I use that paint a lot. Yeah, so the base for these guys, this is what the base is looking like. Obviously, I haven't painted up, so it's one I designed and printed. So it's a fun little base. I'm doing a bunch of designing a bunch of swamp bases. Got to finish the designs on those because one of our local Bayou players wanted some, and I figured using a lot of those also to finish off my Apex crew. But I think for, hey, as long as we're here, I'm going to think about this. I think for Castor, the aesthetic I'm going for the bases will be kind of overgrown ruins. I think that'll look really cool. It's like some tiles with kind of a runic street tiles maybe or something. Yeah, yes, very much so. And I loved kind of the way they described the area there. It sounded very overgrown and like it was once a place of. I view it as like it was a place of great culture and beauty that has then fallen into decline. That it was kind of seemed like it was destroyed during the Tyrant Wars and has been kind of reclaimed by nature, but not fully gone. So, overgrown ruins will be a really nice look for them. Which I do enjoy that kind of aesthetic because you can do, play off of, the color of the stone and the color of the plant life. So I think I can go with some very, like, stark, like white marble. Is anyone taking notes on this for me? Because that's, I'll grab some. See, I have to write this down. Otherwise, I'm going to totally forget. See, here we go. Writing things down. All right. For Castor crew bases, overgrown ruins of a golden age destroyed. Contrast very white marble like stones with greenery. See, I wrote it down. Now I'll remember. Boom. Thinking. No, then I just need to not lose the note and I'll be good. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, getting the actual Castor crewing models. Because he is a genuinely terrifying looking dude. He's kind of got that weird, obviously he's not exactly Nephilim, because, he doesn't have Nephilim in his keyword, although a lot of his keyword is Nephilim, which is interesting. I haven't seen, there's not a lot of Nekima players around here of late. So I haven't seen anyone run the new the returned models that also have Nephilim with Nekima and the other Nephilim yet. But I think they add some nice options. Like I could definitely see growing models into Cavern Nephilim. Seems like a good option when either you've got all of your if you've got all of your mature Nephilims you're allowed already on the board, or you need something for a specific, the specific purpose. Because Cavern Nephilim with stealth is nice, and they've got kind of my understanding was he was kind of the proto Nephilim, if I remember the lore that I read on him there. He was like one of the first Nephilim. And that like the change didn't happen exactly right for him or something. Because here's the thing, I mean, Barbaros isn't subservient to Nekima either, but he does still have the Nephilim keyword. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Notable Nephilim. All right, the question is, who all is on the list of notable Nephilim? So I'd love to know other ones if we haven't heard their names yet in Maltha, because that's always fun. See, I need to pick up all of those Through the Breach supplements because, well, there's a lot of great info in there that I just want to read, I'd love to get a Through the Breach game going too, but you know how it goes with RPGs. Sometimes it's just tough to get people together on a regular basis. Jobs and kids and all that stuff. The Etiquette, yeah. Which that's what Atharek is part of. Yeah, I think it's the from what I could gather with that, it is the name of the council and the location where said council gathers. Yeah. So let's. All right. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna paint those. I gotta paint those metal parts on there. Here we go. Let's see. No, that's not the metal I wanted. Where is that? There you are. Hello. Oh man, I just had a hilarious idea. Oh, why is that? I'm getting stuck in there. That's not happy times for me. Come on. There we go. Joys of the tip of my paint thing getting stuck. Next one is gunmetal. But I think so. What we should do, we need to rename the council meetings for the North American Photo or the NAFT council meetings. Should now be meetings of the Etiquette, the NAFT Etiquette, because that just amuses me. And that's what I'm going to call it mentally now. All right, the Minerva, that's the guild one, right? Remember this? Yeah, there was that story. You know what? I think I would rather be the Etiquette than the Minerva Council because didn't a lot of people die in that story? Like, didn't most of the Minerva Council die? It's been a while since I've listened to that story. I mean, there was certainly deaths involved. Right. It's been a while since I've gone fishing. So anyone who goes fishing now, do they tend to use brass in brass fishing reels? So I feel like that might because I know that a lot of nautical things they use brass because it's doesn't corrode as rapidly due to salt water. Uh, but does anyone know if it would make more sense to go with like a brass for his reel than a steel, like something that looks like steel? Been a very long time since I've gone fishing. I don't remember. Brass, cool. I'll paint that brass then. Thank you, good sir. We got a gun up here. Yeah, I think I prefer the etiquette though, because you know what, I'm more Neverborn at heart than I am Guild. Guild are the bad guys. And I don't like being the bad guys. Be the good guys. Like the Arcanists. They're kind of the good guys. But the Guild are definitely the bad guys. Neverborn, definitely the good guys. I mean, we can all agree that, quite frankly, most everyone's, tactics to everyone else are not, what we would call acceptable for, real world stuff because, well, they go around and kill everybody. Well, okay. See, I meant the tyrants, not the. I meant the current Neverborn, not those who became the tyrants. The Neverborn just want, you know, they're the indigenous people there. Okay, and so what are the three tyrants out in Neverborn right now? Because obviously there's Nightmare, and then we got Despair and Fortune, who are chilling inside. Who are chilling inside of Pandora's box. No, Titania is definitely not a tyrant. Is definitely not tyrant. She is. I mean, she's the one who fought the tyrant. She's the one who drove them off. She's the savior of the day, and then got betrayed. Which these things happen. I mean, she has Shizul in the Masamune, and she is not using it. She's torturing Shizul and taking the souls out of the sword to torture Shizul. So, quite frankly, that's about as good guy as it can get. Well, she's tyrant torn. She's torn between two tyrants because she's got one and a half tyrants trapped in the box. She's got half of fortune, and she has despair. Both are in her box. How many? Okay, let's think about it. So, how many of the tyrants do we currently have really touching the world? Obviously, there's latest is Witness hanging out with Damien and friends. The Nameless is also Fae Nephilim. Don't remember. Okay, I don't remember the Nameless. Is that one referenced in the Through the Breach books, or is that one? Yeah, Witnesses with Damien. Obviously, December is Rasputina. We've got obviously the Hamlin. That's plagued. Was plague. Nightmare is with Dreamer. Shazul was with the Vix, but is no longer with them because Titania has their sword now. Right, I forgot Dragon and Shenlong. Cherufe, that one is now part of the Burning Man. I don't know if that means that Cherufe... I think that means that Cherufe is totally gone. That's kind of how it feels. It feels like the Burning Man is something new. Yeah, Gorgon, that's with Seamus. The Gorgon is inside Seamus's head because Molly shoved the Gorgon tear. No, Gorgon is not a no-show. Gorgon's inside of Seamus's head because Molly shoved the... Seamus got shot in the head and died. Molly shoved the Gorgon's tear into his head and brought him back to life. I'm not sure who Meridian is, if Meridian has a person they're chilling with specifically right now, but Meridian's been doing stuff Earthside, if I remember correctly. In my head canon, it's still in his head. Yeah, Terra's... Oh, right. Terra and Obliteration. Raspy and December. Besties forever. Oh, Gretchen Janice. Okay, yeah. I'd love it if they explored her lore a little bit more. Because that would be cool. She's definitely a character who is, very much involved in all the stories with the Explorer Society, but currently has no, present. It doesn't. Is not on the board herself. So I don't quite know what her goal is and what her, what's going on with her. I want to. But we don't actually. But if memory serves me correctly, we don't actually have a specific person involved with Meridian yet. Right? I know Meridian is, if memory serves me correctly, Meridian is involved with the Gibbering Hordes pretty heavily. Like those were her supporters who got chucked into the ocean then. So if you think about it, the Neverborn have some surprisingly adaptable genetics. Does the lore touch on, pre-tyrant Neverborn at all? Because I know that the before the Tyrant Wars, the Nephilim didn't have the black blood. That was a change wrought on them. I think it was part of Titania's plan, like creating the Nephilim as they are to help fight the tyrants, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. I'm not full encyclopedic lore of all of the knowledge of all of the lore. Okay, so what? So obviously, so we've got the Fae, we've got the Nephilim, we've got the Mimics, and is it then the Woe, or the fourth one? Where did I put the red? Oh, there you are. Hello, red. So yeah, Fae. Okay, so the Nephilim were creation above the tyrants. Okay, so it was the Dryads, the Giants. Okay, the Fae were the original inhabitants. Dryads, Giants, Awa, Dreamers, and Sirens. Okay, is that in the Through the Breach book? What was it? Of Nightmares is, I think, the name of that book. I need to pick up that book then. Now I know that so there used to be a lore wiki over on Pull My Finger, and that went belly up. Did anyone ever get that another one up and running? I could swear I've seen one, like Bigger Hat or something, but I didn't know if that was just a tactics. And I think there was like a Bigger Hat or Biggest Hat or something hat wiki somewhere that I saw, but I didn't know if that was other stuff or if that was the lore wiki for it. Because I know Pull My Finger went belly up because they were starting to charge a ridiculous amount, and I don't know if they ever rescued the information that was there or not. I have to talk to Ted about that. Because I know Ted Prodroma was the guy who kind of was pushing for either the saving of Pull My Finger or migration of it. I don't remember whatever came of that. God, there's a lot of great lore. I just need to learn more of it. I mean, I know a lot of it, but I get, confused. And it'd be nice to have a convenient place to look it up. All right. Coming along. Let's see. Let's go with a little bit more on Ted Perez. Or now let's do some of their pants. Twilight Blue and Midnight Blue. And there we go. We probably need to go with this one. 50-50 with this. Oh, wait, no, I was going to do more. I'm still not done with that brass. That's what I was working on. Ha ha! Good morning, Doug. How are you? Kristen, there's also the gremlins who, so obviously the gremlins are from the bayou, but they're not exactly, they don't seem to be considered Neverborn. Even though it strikes me as though they are, natives to the quote unquote plain of Malifaux. Ah, okay. So native creatures which have in recent years become more sentient. Well, like I was saying, it seems like the genetics of things native to Malifaux are highly adaptable. Like, take for instance, apparently how rapidly the gibbering hordes mutated to survive on Earth. Like the stories very specifically mention them having to go through changes to be able to survive Earthside, which is kind of crazy. Plus, I mean, there is just wild genetic diversity within the sentient species of Malifaux. I mean, take a look at the giants. I mean, there's even amongst their people, they have a wide genetic diversity. I mean, you got your Cyclopses, you got your Gyrions. And so, see, it's quite amazing how mutable the genetics of native species of Malifaux really are. But you got the Cyclopes, Cyclopses, Cyclopes. Whatever the plural of Cyclops is. Probably not Cyclopi. I think it's Cyclopes. I could swear I remembered hearing it. Like there was at one point in my life where I had to learn it because the Odyssey, when Odysseus goes to the island of the Cyclopses, the island where those Cyclops people lived. Cyclopes. I don't know. I'm just saying weird words now because it amuses me. Which, to be fair, that's just kind of how I do all the things. Does it amuse me? Then I shall do it. Wahaha! Hey, thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to chat lore. And sad I'm not going to be able to make it to up to Good Things Happen. Best of luck with that. Sounds like a really cool event, and I will endeavor to go next year. There's a metal hook on there, right? Yeah, I'll say it's metal. It's a metal hook. And then it's got metal paint over his leg. Okay, there we go. Use a brush eraser. There we go. Get it off there. There we go. That works. But yeah, it's always fun to talk lore. Because gosh, there's such great lore. Excited for that. What is in the new Waters Weekly that dropped, right before I went live, which I actually had time to look at. Dropped it early enough that I could actually look at it before logging in to Paint today. So I appreciate that, Play Weird. Thanks for dropping it in time for me to actually take a look. Okay. Coming along. I think I'm going to do a little bit on this bright gold chest. Now let's get that really bright gold right there. My earrings. There we go. Touch 10 A little bit, just to kind of get that shine on there. Keeping it mostly dark. There we go. That makes it pop nicely. Let's do the last little bit of the bright on the silver metal. Do, 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 do. All righty. Brighten up the little things they got chilling on the side there. There we go. Got that hook. And the tip of that hook there. All right. Yeah. Let's get some on that gun. All right. Well, that teddy bear needs a color. Color shall make that teddy bear color. You know what? I'm actually kind of going with a yellow teddy bear. No, I'm going with a yellow teddy bear. Let's go with a yellow teddy bear. That'll be fun. Why am I doing that? That's a crazy idea because yellow's a pain to paint, but it'll be a nice contrast back here. There we go. All right, getting that detail going there. All right. Well, I think I could do a little bit of color on the jeans now, which I needed that. Probably need the next darker one though. That's right. That looks good. Maybe a little darker. Get a little bit more dark. There we go. Do, 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 do. Painting those jeans. Painting those jeans. Beautiful. Ah, excellent. That is the color I needed. Always good when a blend is appropriate. There's a lot of detail on this model. I love it. Every time I look, I'm like, oh, and there's another thing, and there's another thing. I swear this model is like a diorama on legs. So many little tiny details. Such a cool model. These guys and Cervantes are what really made me want to dabble with this keyword a little bit. Cervantes, because it's an amazing joke. And these guys, because it's just such a cool model. Lots of little tiny details. And so much space for the fun stuff. Right, let's get this guy's butt. And what's red on? There we go. Painting Ben Dover's pants. That's the name of this guy. He's Ben Dover. Ben Dover Clampett. Suppose I should actually figure out how these guys play at some point, because that'll be fun. They look like they'll be fun to have on the table. And I have not played. I don't think I've ever played used a Bayou myself. So anytime I've ran Zoraida, it has been as Neverborn Zoraida, and not Bayou Zoraida. A little bit darker than that. Okay, come on, little buddy. There we go. Man. It's one model that I'm just loving this model because the model itself, it tells a story, And like I always say that, when you paint something up, you want to tell a story. And a lot of times you have to kind of tell that story with the base for, the model itself is part of the story, but you really got to set it in an environment to really tell a story is kind of my philosophy on minis. Well, this model, man, it's got a story going on here, and I love it. There's just a lot going on this model. So I definitely kind of want to I gotta learn how to play these guys. I can get them to the table because that'll be fun. That was another crew to have. I can play on the table and try something else out. I always enjoy having more than lots of things that I can get to the table. I play against a lot of new players, so I got to change it up from time to time. Because I don't want to be playing my, tournament ready lists against a player. But as I play new stuff more and more, it eventually becomes a tournament ready list. So, gotta make sure I keep it fresh, keep it changed up. And the puppers are starting to cause trouble downstairs. They are in fine form today. Oh, gonna stretch real fast. Oh, that felt good. There we go. All right, got those jeans looking reasonable. I need to hit that red with a little bit of a brighter red there. What red have we got up there so far? Let's. How high did I do with that last time? I think I need to grab these ones now. Clean off the tip of the paint. I've got a stabby, don't I? Where's my stabby pen? There's my stabby pen. Haha. Stab the paint. There's not quite enough stabbing. Got to really stab the paint. There we go. Let's get a little bit of a bright red there. I think I need a little brighter red. Not quite there. There we are. Yep. All right. Medium. Boop. And let's mix. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. That's a nice bright red blanket now. Really make those highlights sing and pop, right? Singing highlights make them pop. Doug's a weirdo. Make the singing stop. I'm in a weird mood today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am digging this model. Well, obviously, I have to, play some Bayou now because it's too cool of a model not to put it on the table. Alrighty. So much detail here. It's gonna take me forever. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress today. It's one of those models like I'm always like, oh, more detail, more detail. Oh, look, more detail. There it is. Always more detail. So much more detail. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with more on the dude's shirt. Should have done the buckskin panel. Let's go and blend these two. Buckskin panel. Yep. Let's blend these two together. And that's bone white, and that is, yep, this one's slightly brighter one. Alrighty. A little bit more of that to you there. Oh, stretch that back. Turn off the camera. Haha. I feel like I do a better job with this camera of not getting off camera as much as my old camera. I could be going completely insane. That could be completely not the case. But you never know. At least I feel better. Right. I think it's a little bit more medium than that there. There we go. That's looking good on that shirt. All right. Okay. Let's go. And go. I'm going to hit those nipples a little bit more. Rosy shadow. How dark is it compared to that? So that should go with rosy highlight mixed with this paint there. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. No, that's a little bit too bright. Let's go with rosy mid-tone. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the shadow. I'm misjudging my colors today. Yeah, that'll work. All right, weird little kind of fleshy pink on these baby bubbles now. Yeah, it totally works. Nice. I dig that color. It's a weird color, but I dig it. All right. So, Play Weird, what have you decided you were going to paint next? Because we were discussing it earlier. But I don't think you had laid on a decision yet. Hoping, hoping with wide eyes that you get to take home a tall core box home this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I've been. A couple of my guys have gotten their tall core boxes. Now it looks like a pretty cool set. Seems pretty strong on the table too. So more of War Crimes husband. I love that description. No, no, no. See, they're only war crimes if you lose. Yeah, Mr. Geneva, suggestions. But here's the thing. Does the Geneva Convention even exist in Malifaux? Like, I don't know. I mean, when were the Geneva Convention signed? I would look that up myself right now, but I'm kind of painting. Yeah, too early in real Earth history. Yeah, see, there you go. So you don't have to worry about the Geneva Conventions. They don't exist yet. The stories I've read with Toll are fun, though. He seems so delightfully. Seems like a kind of ridiculous person in a fun way. I look forward to hearing more of him. And really, everyone. I always love getting more lore. More lore is never a bad thing. I'm definitely wondering where the lore is going to go after Madness, because there's definitely some crazy things going down in Malifaux right now. Malifaux definitely got the madness going on. And that new preview, so I can't remember because I glanced at it briefly before logging into stream. What's the name of that model that you that was teased in Waldo's Weekly today? I know she has been it mentioned in there. She's a familiar face from the other side. Commander Burra. Was that the one from the stories where they like had she was on trial and stuff? Is that character? Oh, that's Thrace. Okay. Now, mentioned like the story was saying something like we might be familiar with Burra from the other side stuff, or was it saying we might be familiar with her from Through the Breach? I only glanced at the preview very, very briefly there. Okay, so she's through the breach, not the other side. Okay. Because I know we get a lot of the really cool stuff that we end up within Malifaux was been in Through the Breach for a while beforehand. I just haven't played it as much, so I'm not as up to date on all of the things that are in Through the Breach that we could end up with. Yes, very, very cool. For anyone who's wondering what we're talking about, a great little the Waldo's Weekly. And those Waldo's Weekly always come out right before I go on stream. This one came out, with enough time for me to at least look it over while I was getting ready to go here. So, could actually see what it was beforehand. There we go. On your diaper. I do enjoy the little talk of Waldo grabbing his grandest stick and being the most grand poobah, or whatever it was that Waldo declared himself. That amuses me greatly. Grandest poobah. Does that mean, he's trying to outrank Nathan? Because, wow, that's dangerous. Oh, no. Waldo's in charge now? Does he have an awesome hat? I seem to think it mentioned, a crown or a hat there. If it didn't, obviously, Waldo needs the grandest of poobah hats. Blank label stuck around his head. Well, I mean, here's the thing. As the grandest of poobahs, he is now in a position to define what makes for the grandest of hats. So clearly, blank label stuck around his head are now the grandest of hats. Thus, it has been decreed. So it is written, so shall it be spoken. I'm looking forward to. So the keyword on her was Vanguard. I wonder what is going to go with her there. So she kind of implies to me, just kind of looking at, she's a henchman. She's got a keyword we haven't seen before, and she had versatile on her, if I remember correctly. To me, that is implying starter box model. Because I guess Guild and Rezzers are the last ones that don't have a starter box. Because yeah, Bayou's all the riders. We got Mr. Nagatoro. I think it's Mr. Nagatoro. Is the Mr. Nagatoro and the Hopeful Prospects. And Ink Fingers guy are the Explorers. So yeah, so we got Bio Explorers, we got Yannick and friends in the Outcasts. We got Hildegard and what's his face and the Red Caps for the Neverborn. We got the Clock Dudes for the Arcanists. We got Koji and friends for the 10 Thunders. Then there's Guild. Which faction am I skipping? So Guild and Rezzers are the ones we don't have. I'm skipping a faction. What faction am I skipping? Or did I say them all? So I said Explorers, Bayou. So Explorers, Bayou, Neverborn, 10 Thunders, Arcanists, Outcasts. I think I feel like I'm counting one twice a couple times. So it's Rezzers and Guild that we're missing, right? I'm mostly just trying to remember who everyone is. Yeah. Guild and Rezzers are the only ones left. Okay. So let's see. Neverborn. Yep, I've got them. Arcanist, I still need to get that box. 10 Thunders. Okay. Then Bayou is the Riders, which I just want to pick up for funsies. Yannick and friends. That's 5 of them there. We got Explorer Society. And I'm missing one that I have not said. Which one am I not saying? I'm counting to 6. We know. Yeah, 6. Because then there's 8 factions. Math is hard. Ah! Because 8 factions, if there's 6 released, that means there's 2 left. Ha-ha! I figured it out. Good job, Doug. Counting is hard. So I feel like I need to be at least, slightly aware of each of the. Oh wait, and we did tease one that looks like it was the last week. The mushroom people. They were the mushroom people. Those were a henchman, right? Because that one also strongly screamed. I remember those. The something about them also strongly screamed starter box to me. Yeah, the mushroom people. That looked really cool. The dancing mushroom couple. I almost forgot that we'd saw that dancing mushroom couple on the Waldo's Weekly last week. Might have been the week before. We saw the dancing mushroom people. Week before last. Okay, yeah. What was last week's Waldo Weekly? Or did I miss that one? Oh, right. Heavy metal announcement. Yep, I totally missed checking that out just because I've been so busy. Should really go take a look at that. The pictures I've seen shared around different places have looked phenomenal. R8. What's RH? Rotten Heart. Yes, I saw. Yes, I did see that one. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. So I am going to try to paint that one. I'm going to challenge myself because that is going to be a really cool. I got a cool idea. Now, I'm certainly not going to be the only person to try this. I'm going to try to paint them in black and white, like Young Frankenstein. Because that would be so cool if I can actually pull it off. Because now we're getting close to when it's time for Gen Con type announcements. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the nightmare is going to be this year. Because last year's was honestly one of the coolest that has ever been released. So we shall see what the new one, what this year shall be. But always look forward to it. Last year's Nightmare box, completely unexpected. It was real. I mean, not in a, and I mean that not in a bad way. It was just the direction that took was not one that I anticipated. And so that was really, really cool. I love that y'all can still, surprise me with cool things like that. I can still behind on my back. I've got all the Rotten Hardest boxes so far. Don't think I have not painted them yet though. So much to paint, only so much time. Oh, although I did finish. She's not Rotten Harvest, but I did finish painting. Finished basing. I painted her all the way on stream. Horrible Harriet, but I actually finished basing her, and finally got around to photographing her this morning. So I had my getting the photo set out is can be the photo setup out can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But I needed to take some photos of some 3D prints before I shipped them out. So I took photos of Horrible Harriet and Cooper Huntmaster at the same time. So I should post those up on my socials in the next couple of days, which will be fun. Because those were great models to paint. Just took a little while to base them because I did water effects on their base, and that always takes some time. Love how they turned out. I would show them off, but I put them away in my bag. Didn't think hey, I could show them off on stream. Because my brain was, as we said earlier, a little scattered today. Whee! I really do love what y'all have been doing with the Rotten Harvest lately. Because it really lets you, have, instead of just, having the one Nightmare box a year now, we can have multiple alts. And I love that because it helps just add more to the game without having to add new rules, which I love. All right, what was I doing? That was what I was doing. Grabbing that. And not that adding new rules is a bad thing. It's the adding them at the appropriate pace is good. Not too fast, not too slow. And honestly, there's got to be a crazy logistical dance that goes on at the headquarters. And then, properly curating a minis game, oh man, that is a constant and crazy dance that I feel like y'all have to do. There's so much that goes into that. Because then, also the design phase to even, get the models ready to go. I know how long it takes to sculpt a model, but then a production model is takes even longer because you got to get injection molds cut. Really, it makes me wonder what the full design turnaround time is. From, inception to being in my paint spattered hands. It's one of those random things I kind of assume most people don't think about, but I do. So I'm really interested in, that part of things the more I sculpt and do design stuff. Get really intrigued by that, how the sausage is made. Because just, ask Kyle and Matt at Gen Con. Yay, Gen Con's coming up soon. Woohoo! We're almost in, mid-July here. I mean, mid-June here. And we're coming up on the end of the NAFT season, which is cool. Which those of you at home not familiar, it's the North American Faux Tour, formerly known as the U.S. Faux Tour, but, we are involving the Canadians. So, updated the name to reflect the larger amount of people. And I'm told by my friends who live closer to Canada that they do appreciate it. They feel more involved now, which is good. Just want to get everyone involved for that. And somehow I'm currently actually in the running for a wild card spot in the championship. So that's exciting. No clue if I'd be able to make it or not, because I might be teaching in the fall. We shall see. Because yesterday was actually my first day teaching in class. It was kind of cool. trying to stretch a little bit. Oof. Oh, goodness. All right. Looks like we got about 15 minutes left. This guy may not be quite finished by the time we're done here, but he's getting, pretty close. That one didn't look like it worked. To be fair, I never remember my Twitch commands either. Hey, thank you, Nightbot. Now I should have a couple pictures of Cooper 2 and Horrible Harriet up here pretty soon. It's got to actually, edit the photos and post them to the Instagrams. Posted some really cool photos of ice pillars earlier today. Turned out really nicely. Time always flies when I do this. I do really enjoy painting with you all. It makes the afternoon just disappear really fast. I really do enjoy painting with you all. It makes me happy. There we go. And those teeth are looking nice. think in his eyes I need to put a little bit more orange there. There's the really bright orange. Is that the one I wanted? What do you think? I actually want to go with. I think I'll go with the yellow there. I can get a little streaky streaks in there. That'll work. Take a look at that orange fast. There we go. Yep, let's go with that. Kind of giving a little bit of detail to his eyeball there now. Oh, it looks much better now. Just reading a little flat before. There we go. Ah, that pops a good deal more. Let's grab the next yellow up. There we go. I need that for the dress anyways, so here we go. Oh, that's popping. There we go. Look at those eyes. Those look fierce. Oh, by the way, Kimberly, before we sign things off tonight, I guess after we wrap the stream, could you would you be able to like sit around for like a minute or two? I had a quick question to ask you, but obviously not on camera. So don't forget to do this. Something I've been meaning to double check on. Painting the yellow dress. Don't know why I decided yellow, but I shall make it look great. Yellow, because it's one of those colors that is a pain to paint. You don't see it on minis as often. So, yellow dress. Heck yeah. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. It really pops there. Just gonna have to make their skin pop as much as this yellow dress pops. It's coming along. And so this other teddy bear, in my mind, is made from fabric left over from making the yellow dress. Because why waste the scraps, right? That's what I'm going with. That's why it's the same colors. Woohoo! Yay, stream and fun. So yeah, next week that would be Eleanor and Haunted. Hopefully I'll be able to actually tune into some streams. I've just been really busy lately. I was taking a couple of classes. But now that those are wrapped up, I'll actually be around a little bit more often again. I feel like I've been a kind of hermity, honestly. I don't like being hermity. I prefer to be social. But when I am busy and stressed, I get a little hermity. Yes, thank you to everyone who is tuned in here. I enjoy painting for you all. It makes me happy. Spend my afternoon with you, painting some awesome minis. It's one of the fun minis I've painted in a while. It's just so delightfully ridiculous. I mean, it's just a fun, delightful, ridiculous, crazy family. Let's be honest. I'm known for shenanigans. Well, I believe this is shenanigans wrapped into a single model. All the shenanigans.